I think so. After 16 years of WorkX, it was slightly difficult to write exams which were more in the essay type questions. I think that was something that with mock tests I had to prepare for again after a long time. My name is Abhishek Nalwaya. I am a chartered accountant and an MBA from ISB Hyderabad, and recently I've cleared my ACCA qualification. I have an experience of about 16 to 17 years, mostly in the BFSI domain, where I have looked over corporate functions, or I've been associated with corporate functions related to strategy, M&A and investor relations. So my interest in finance was there since my later years in school. Obviously, there was a certain amount of environment at home where I did have an exposure to these kind of topics or subjects of discussion. And obviously there was a certain amount of comfort when I gave my with respect to chartered accountancy, because there were a couple of chartered accountants in the family. I think when we speak about whether it's knowledge is more important or money is more important while pursuing a particular career, I think both go together. I think both cannot be seen in isolation. If you have a good knowledge base, if you're able to execute and communicate that and build upon it, I think money will always follow. So I completed my CA qualification in 2004, after which I worked for nearly 16 odd years. In the meanwhile, I also completed my MBA from ISB Hyderabad. However, what I felt was with time you always need to be updated about global concepts, things that are happening in the finance industry, whether it's on the accounting standard side, whether it's on the IFRS side, whether they are concepts or things going around in the accounting or the financial world. I think ACCA helped me refresh all of those, as well as add on to and build up on all the concepts that I had learnt, whether in my chartered accountancy or in my MBA. And that is the key addition that I was looking for in the ACCA degree or any such degree at towards the after such a long WorkX. The decision to pursue ACCA came first, because when I just browsed through or studied about the various courses domestically as well as internationally, ACCA came out to be the most relevant or the best fit for my requirements. I think I would put it in that manner. When I went through because I was not aware of what are the mechanics, what are the logistics of the course, what need to be done before, what are the levels, etc. I think the ACCA website itself gives FINPLAN a very improved and upgraded status as a gold learning service provider, and that is what helped me choose FINPLAN in the first place. And obviously my experience with FINPLAN as it went along was very rich, whether it was in terms of getting the courseware, getting the recorded sessions, taking me through all the levels, explaining what the subjects would entail and which optional subjects would be the best fit for me. I think all that FINPLAN helped me a lot, as well as giving me a very real-time 24/7 sort of an opportunity to clear my doubts whenever I needed. The ACCA relies on the technical foundations, but also gives you a macro view of things with respect to topics like performance management, strategy, etc., which the other courses do not have in as much detail as ACCA has. So it gives you both the technical part of things as well as a slightly qualitative aspect of learning, which is all usable when we come on to execute in a real time or a real life situation in your jobs or careers. Career-wise, I'm very happy because the knowledge base that I've built on in the degree, I think that will help me enrich my everyday experience at my current job, as well as get me more and more responsibilities in the latter part of my career, responsibilities that I would not have got if I wouldn't have the sort of a theoretical background that ACCA has now provided me with. The short term would be, yes, now that I have completed the degree and I'm an affiliate, I think I have to get to a member status. I think there are a certain amount of WorkX requirements that need to be completed. I already have them in terms of number of years, but in terms of experience, I need to get them done. That is more from a qualification point of view. I think the learnings are immediate. I think they enrich whatever you do at work. I think this will help me improve my output at work in the short term, and also help me get certain amount of responsibilities and a certain amount of projects at work, which in the long term would not have been possible if ACCA wouldn't have been in the picture. I think ACCA is a fairly comprehensive course and requires a lot of effort. Since I was working full-time at a slightly middle management to senior management position in the organization, I had to concentrate on that too, and that's why I took my exams one at a time. So, but ACC obviously, since it has 4 examinations 4 times in a year, I think that also helped me take one paper at a time, concentrate on that particular paper. There was a certain amount of time which was taken away from the family, definitely. But now that the course is over, it's mostly about upskilling now in limited amounts, and more about building upon what I've already achieved in terms of an ACCA qualification. So it should be an easier time going forward with regards to just keeping up with, just continuing my professional education in those terms. I did use a certain amount of textual publications as well as recorded sessions that were provided to me by FINPLAN. I obviously looked at all the technical articles that are there on the ACCA's website. Those were very, very important. And then obviously with the amount of text material which I had, definitely there was a certain amount of note making. There was a certain amount of not exactly rote learning, but very, very looking at the concepts and understanding them one at a time, so that you're able to remember them, imbibe them, and use them in case study like situations, which are basically the questions which come up in the exams and the strategic level. I did solve a couple of mocks before each exam, not a lot of them, possibly 1 or 2, but it was all about solving them and looking and very deeply analyzing where I went wrong. I think the only comment that I would make for students who are pursuing this course or in the process of pursuing this course is, I think there's enough material out there. You just need to filter it to what is manageable and to what you can revise at the time of the exams. The exams is obviously it's a very, very comprehensive and detailed exam, but however there's a certain amount of pattern to it. I think the pattern can be, with a sufficient amount of practice, you can get used to the pattern, prepare yourself according to it. Filter out the material so that you can revise that, you can study that, understand the concepts at the time of the exams, and then it's just about writing it with a stress-free mind. So I think that this is how I would leverage ACCA getting more and more responsibility, getting diverse responsibilities, lateral roles, etc. in my current organization, so that I can go further and have a very, very diverse sort of a profile going forward. So FINPLAN actually helped me with respect to a lot of getting through the course, getting through the mechanics of the course, getting me the study text, suggesting the study text, the exam kit, which optional papers. So they guided me very well in terms of which optional papers to actually choose from, giving my goals in mind. So that was very, very helpful. Obviously, I had recorded sessions from FINPLAN. They were always available for doubt solving even towards the last day just before the exam. So that was very helpful to me.